If you are listening from the religious community in Liberia, where your hearts are hurting, if you are listening from Monrovia, I'm talking about the listeners from the religious community. If your hearts are hurting, we say never mind for the death of the mother, Ketura Yakupa. Mother Ketura Yakupa died. And let me say never mind to my young brother Nipson Todd of the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation. And she was a strong woman. And she mentored him. If you're listening via radio from Grand Cayman, Kano say Yakune. You are from Maryland County like Anthony Williams. Ifuele. From Grand Crook County we say Ochaklaboti. It means it's not easy. My man Jay CM knows how to say it better than I do. But welcome to the show. It is on ELBC Radio, 99.9 and other frequencies. Indeed, my name is Jallah Emmanuel Nikki Kalufagala Kiag Malakbu. Nyale one toka Zubo woman. Halisa Grayfield. I'm the son of the warrior. The son of a warrior from Vanyaman district in Zewadame town. If you went to Sanoye district, they will call me say Kalufagala. Kalufagala in Pele means snake and laugh. Or is it Nyale one tokao? Nyale one tokao is the last palm nut seed on the head of the cat. It is only the steeper rudder placed around it. Cat and the palm nut. Nyale one tokao. The palm nut seed on the head of the cat. Only the stupid rat can play around it. Welcome. Let me say safe drive to my friend and brother and his darling wife, Mr. David Sefa Masakoy and his wife, darling. They're driving somewhere around town, heading for a new destination. A safe drive, my friend and brother. They're director of the Salvation Army School System. Welcome to the show. That's how we do it on the show every day. But our hearts are hurting. Lofians are in tears. We've lost a big man. Oh yes, I interacted with this man some months back while I was on a camping trail with the people of Lofa County on the election of Joseph Jallah. I interacted with Chief Momo Satila. Chief Momo Satila has died. And we'll hear the prayer in Kisi today, where somebody will pray. He's grieving as I'm grieving as well. Foya is bereaved. I'm told the Omer has been buried today because he was a Muslim. I will go to Lofa County and speak to some people. I will speak to the Sanitary Superintendent of the county. William Sandy will tell us how the situation is in Foya. Darren Sandy, rather. I will come back and do I will do a bit of monologue and read a government of Liberia statement that is being released on the issue of the rights in Liberia. Just now I was watching a video right now at Joba right here. A truck was impounded. The driver was arrested, but the truck was brought back to Joba full of rice. And they were taking it out of Monrovia. The other day was announced that at the borders of Liberia, within Sierra Leone side in Liberia, 2 other trucks were loaded with rice going to Sierra Leone. Right now around the Kakata Highway, a friend of mine said to me, Jallah, I saw 2 trucks going towards Kakata side. One of them broke down the highway. And I told my phone to call the police director. And the guys were looking at me with disdain. They wanted to come to me, but I ran away. A guy in the test, I ran away. We have to be our own policeman, people. This is a global economic crunch. This is a global issue. It is not just unique to Liberia, but the government says it's working hard to mitigate the situation. Let me say welcome to you, Liberia. Welcome to you, Liberians. If you like, you call me Kiang Balak Blue. Kiang Balak Blue is my name. So that's a dry paper Kenya. Have you seen a Kenya before? Those of us who live in the interior, Saboti will tell you about Kenya. So we went on the farm, dug cassava. You can't bring the cassava in your hand. You don't have bags. So we'll take the two plantations and we'll cut them, put them in the ground, and you plant it into a Kenya. And put the leaves in it, where the cassava is easily carried. But if you put a dry pepper in a Kenya on a dry season day, or on a rainy season day, it's very difficult to carry because during the dry season, when the sun shines on it, you cannot put it on your head. So small boy can tow it on the big man. During the rainy season time again, it is difficult to carry because when the rain falls on it, and you put it on your head, the water falls on it and comes into your eye, you go blind. So the dry paper Kenya, it is difficult for a small boy to carry. Only experienced man that Saboti can carry. Saboti, let me say welcome. Each you connect.
If you can, Jallah inside. You Nicole landing. Massa nom neka, numcho Americani. Achu bendo. Sangara nom opalendo honing, de Kulungu mayanum de Tunyanum do, de Quiquianum de Keke Akilanding, opalendoning, a man nom dingoba. A man nom sim la show landing, and yea nature and ravala. You should be hearing malo mum, Miss Wende Ikiandu. Meka Ikendu ambanji, Kinwanum tea. Meka nana that they mean a malacho. Nana that they mean a songyo. Kumine yo, nam ne Julia, they mean malong in Olanding. Yemako Baka Olanding, Yemako Nulo. Anachio to a yampe coloning dule, Ela Yandi. Young woman, so oana mananalo. Malok hin Olanding. Opalandon iman no manacho bebongando. You my program do. You should my follow Jallah. Grayfield. And Yenya Dadini a Juhola to Anonan. Meneka Kedata you akokalo. Opalandon imanum yungo foyaba, imanum chia cielo ba. Yene man swim that ya man no ba, yungo tamatela man no ba. Tramdo o plebe no follow masama mo tela. Bosola piomdo pay okuya chu yandi keke yongu nyolu kota chu at kota tambelanda so kota ning yongu diomplo ofoya ning oche siero ning piomdo ho oyon no mayon na ma yomoa sene ya yongu le me diomplo omingo oche foya ning che siero ning keke barika nyenye yenyuna mbele kiasina yongu mala Barika apia ni lento yo opalendo ni nyacho be ho pia jo kya kokalo kya kenya mado twani asala mado changani asala ya moania mamangana na kotan Barika e pia lento yo mun anchirendo odi aji sulani ya pia ni ka pe ko pamedemia amina wana man nambe makwa ochandoa tomo fala jeritela bumbe nda kwa umeneka Wanana kwa nchina la sawa pesi de men kwa anda kende ya mingo anda okediani munga njirendo odi ajisolani amena
Amen. 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 Thank you. Baba, Igoni badia papa the men coming. Now all my ass walker men coming. I love my country, I love my people. I love Liberia. Father, save us from this pandemic. And save our leaders. The President, His Excellency. Ambassador Dr. George Upamanek Bagube Sekozi. For the Kronjate Tanu Tabiwia. Aaron Yalakayenga, Prince Murkayenga, Johnny Bay Kayenga. Kunamu way by Prago. Anu Temi Kayenga. Welcome to the country. If you're just coming in, if you are living, we say bon voyage. If you come, we say bienvenue. That's what we say in French. In Kiswahili, we say karibu sana or karibu zaidi. If you are from Ghana, we say akwaba. Welcome to the biggest platform in Liberia, and this is the Bumper Show on ELBC Radio and other frequencies across the country. Let me recognize some of the guys who join us. I will come and read a special statement from the government of Liberia through the Ministry of Commerce and Industry under the signature of Mawani Dix, the Minister of Commerce, who released a statement today on the race crisis. It is getting serious, and I will tell you some of the things that happen and why Liberians are Liberians the way they are Liberians. Many of them, some of them. Not all Liberians, some Liberians are Liberians the way they are Liberian that way. Let me say welcome to you, to the guys who joined us already on our live Facebook feed. Robertson Mumbo. Robertson Mumbo has joined us. Robertson Mumbo, welcome. You live here? Olana Kwalimling, I'm in Bon County. In Bonwa, USA, Chief. Katwa, Bonga de Blagatwa. Olana Kwalimling, I guess I've answered your question. Frederick Shine Slong. I'm watching you from Sano County, Grayfield. Ngenian God is my savior Knuckles. Watching from Kakata City. Ngenian, how are you? My dear friend and sister. Ngenian God is my savior Knuckles. Ezekiel Shem Shafa Makunda. Following from Radio San Wayne. Compound in Sanakoli. My young brother is there from Radio San Wayne. Joseph T. Weir. Very impressive the afternoon. Mr. Jallah Grayfield, I'm watching live from Plebo, Solocan District, Maryland County. The land of sunshine, ELBC Radio. It's live here, he says. Runs it down, watching live from Ganta. Ellis Down is in such a rise, he says. When you find a place, let me know. Christopher Bernard, good afternoon, Jallah. I'm watching from Dawson, Lower Maggie County. All efforts have been made by the government to ensure that rice is available and affordable to all Liberians. Under George Watkins Jr., good afternoon, Mr. Grayfield. I'm following you live in the township of Johnsonville this afternoon. Wise Stripper. Good afternoon, I'm following and watching from Nima County. Galapai Kali Plee. A shopping Lakwazi is holding the rice and I refuse to sell to the public. Galapai Kala please says that. Galapai, please send me your number. Or just go in my inbox on Messenger. And locate that shop. I will talk to some people who will go there. If rice is there, they will sell it to the people. You cannot be wicked to your own people like this. Sir Richard said, good afternoon, Mr. Jallah Grayfield. My name is Sir Richards. I'm watching from Upper Bon County, so south of Foya. Richard Gallagher, that's David Gallagher Wisdom, my special assistant. He said, watching from the headquarters of the Veteran Bureau on the most talk about Bagube Avenue in those community. The people's president has spoken through the Commerce Ministry and Shaebi. Samson Day Robertson is watching from Tubman University campus in Maryland County. Morris G. Miantona. Good afternoon, Jallah. I'm watching from the Post City of Victoria. Thanks for the show. Please share the video so that others will join in the conversation and get all the good news from Liberia. Asumana F. Dollar has joined us. Jeremiah Nyiminra, watching live on 72nd. Patricia G. Kama. Good afternoon, Mr. Jallah Grayfield. I'm watching from Town. That's Patricia G. Kana. David Sefa Massacre Jr. I'm watching you, Honorable. Are you watching me from the faraway land, my young nephew? David Sefa Massacre Jr. Oh yeah, this man is studying Cyprus. As you are there following us, your dad, David Sefa Massacre Sr. and your mother, Darlene Massacre, are driving on a Fiesta. They want to have a Fiesta somewhere. Good family time. My better son, I'm following from Marble Grove, USA. I'm Chris Lee. My sympathy to the people of Lofa County for the death of Paramount Chief Momo Taylor. My better son says that one. Little Bird S. Holders, it says she's watching us from somewhere in Mantari and say, welcome, Jallah. Divine Grace, my friend and brother, Emmanuel Ba. Emmanuel Ba is watching me from the UAE. He said, hey, my brother, watching live from the UAE. That's the United Arab Emirates. Emmanuel, the other time I was in Dubai, I spent the whole day in Dubai while translating to Jakarta in Indonesia. And I tried getting to, I couldn't get him, Emmanuel. My Divine Grace. Maka Y Taguyon, watching from Sanokoli City. Why Nyenye God is my Savior Knuckles has joined us. Grace Do has joined us. Stephen Fowler has joined us. Christian Pan has joined us. Ruben Zuwe has joined us. Divine Grace is here again. He said, it is Emmanuel Herringbar watching from the UAE, Dubai. Thanks for joining us. I know your comments are many. I can't read all, but I will do my best to read the rest of it later. And I will do a bit of monologue for you, you know. The Deputy Minister of Information, Culture Affairs and Tourism for Technical Services, Mr. Bwaka Fofana, will have been here at the flip side of 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock to talk about this issue of rice and the proactive measures the government is taking to address what appears to be a crisis. But later he informed me that due to some circumstances beyond his control, he cannot come to the show, meaning that I'm alone here today. So I'll do a monologue for an hour, then I'll leave the rest of you for another hour or so to just talk about the issues around. But let me say welcome to you, Honorable Alan S. Tobia, watching from SKD Road, and Francis Naman, watching live from his resident iron factory in this Morobet area. Let me read this communication from the government of Liberia as it relates to the rice issue. The government of Liberia, over the last 5 years, has worked with rice importers to keep the price of rice affordable for the Liberian people. Over a year ago, importers requested the government to abandon the policy and add $2 to the price since they were selling at a loss. And as I read the statement, I will interpret some of the things in it, because it is important to make some clarity along the way when you are reading, because some people may not understand some of the things in it. So when the government started this thing 5 years ago, they started subsidizing, the importers. So that was intended to keep the price affordable to the Liberian people. But the importers, as the government say, just add $2. But I'll read the comment, I'll read the statement first. After I read it, then I'll come and interpret some of the things involved. However, government chose to remain committed to its regulated price of rice, and subsequently in September 2021, the government of Liberia began a program to partially subsidize the high costs associated with the importation of rice due to increase in freight and other global supply chain issues. Over the last 2 fiscal years, the government says it has set the import subsidy at US 5.5 million in the special 2021 budget and US 11 million in the current 2022 budget, respectively. To date, about 11 million has been given to importers. Underline that. 11 million has been given to importers. Although there has been delays in the incoming consignments due to the vessel's restrictions resulting from the safe notice issued by the National Port Authority on the 10th of August 2022, sufficient rice has been supplied to retailers to serve the general public. Listen to that. High regional pricing of rice above the price in Liberia has placed significant pressure on the buffer stock in Liberia. Hence, this price discrepancy has given retailers the incentives to hoard rice in order to sell across the country, across the border, for the sake of profiteering. We want to assure the public that the current stock of rice in the country can serve the market up to the arrival of the next vessel, which is expected in the country in the coming days. As a result, we call on the public to remain calm and refrain from panic buying and retailers to desist from hoarding of the commodity. Let me go to the last page. Then when I come, I will read. I will make some clarity. I will do some. I will make some clarity on it when it comes to the analysis. Beginning May, October to early November of this year, subsequently, suppliers of rice totaling over 15,000 metric tons will be in the country, which should supply the market up to the early part of next year. This is in addition to the 22,000 metric tons expected in the country in the coming days. We therefore encourage businesses to continue to carry out unrestricted sales of rice, void of price hiking, and profiteering at the expense of the ordinary people. Inspectors of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, along with national security apparatus, will not hesitate to take actions where necessary against anyone caught in violation, while closely monitoring activities in the market. The government of Liberia remains committed to its pro-poor agenda by ensuring rice and other essential commodities remains available and affordable. Mawane G. Dix, Minister of Commerce, signed this statement. So this statement is on behalf of the Liberian government. Now, I will come to say welcome to my man, Jerry Zagama. He's from Foya District, where our uncle Momotina died. Asikban has joined us from Bon County. Philip Momolu, live from Suyan Town. Maju Tuawale has joined us from Sano County. Skill Bets Record, Vesundo has joined us from Sanakoli. Aaron Kona has joined us from Sanakoli. And Divine Grace has joined us. Emmanuel Ba has joined us from Dubai. Let me say good day to his siblings here in the Fiamma area around we say. But let me come back. There's something troubling here. And Liberians, we need to be our brothers' keepers. I don't know why we want to get wicked to our own country, and some of these things happen just in the name of politics. When Mr. President arrived in Liberia at the Roberts International Airport, I was part of some government officials who went to welcome the president. And the president spoke to the media. He didn't shy away from the media to say, I don't know what is happening in the country. the Minister of Commerce has been engaged with other people who are importers in the country. And it was reported that up till this point, there was enough rice in the country that will have served us for the very long time of the next year. President, we have said that at that time. He said it because the president knew that his state actors have done all their due diligence and know that these warehouses, what is funny is how do you call the other ones, the other rice importers, they've done their assessment and they know that there were enough stockpile of rice in all of those warehouses. And the guys have been supplying retailers. The first time it happened, Mr. President, in his own wisdom, thought to leave his comfort zone at the executive mansion, and he drove to the port of Monrovia. And he inspected those warehouses. There were lots of stockpile of rice there. And the importers had showed him. And that was further assured by the importers through the Ministry of Commerce that from now to January next year, there will still be rice in the country. How come the rice is short? There we go now. And I'll come back and make some comments in this whole thing about the press release coming up. How come there is a shortage of rice? I have been going on Facebook and reading some of the comments from Liberians on the same rice issue. I have been seeing video footages of people who have been arrested. I mean arrested in terms of those who are holding the product and those who came across from Monrovia. Just this afternoon while trying to watch them, I went through Facebook and I saw my young brother Aaron Kuben from one of the radio stations in Monrovia going live from just behind us here in GSA area around the police station right after Town Hall Junction. A truck is impounded in red light. The driver is arrested and they are transporting rice from here to the other side of the country. Whether it was going to Kakata, it going to Nima, it going to, but the intent was to take it out of the country. They didn't say when they were taking the rest of Kakata, no. Because what they did is that they put the rest in the truck, they seal it up, that people would not see it. But the police got a tip up saying, hey, these guys are carrying rest out of the city. Because once the rest is sufficient here for retailers to supply to the people of Monrovia, the other guys who come from the counties to retail to the people in the counties will come right here and supply the guys in the counties. So how come the rest went short in the market when these importers told the presidency there's sufficient rice on the market that can serve the Liberian people up to January? The other day, 2 days ago or so, or 4 days ago, I was monitoring a midnight broadcast either from Fabric or one radio station. It was reported that another 2 trucks were impounded on the borders of Liberia. They were taking the rice to Sierra Leone. 2 trucks. So these are some of the things that cause the shortages on the rice on the market. Because, let me say this to you, and this is the fact. In Liberia is one of the countries in the West African sub-region, I mean, let's say MRE Basin, that sells rice at a very low cost. Liberia, yes. Until someone want to prove me otherwise, if it is true that it is sold in Sierra Leone for $10, then I'll kind of say, yeah, that's true. But bulk of the rice that come to this country that will serve us, they pass through the borders of Liberia and the guys carry them overnight. But there where I want to come now to say the joint security needs to be vigilant. The joint security needs to be vigilant because rice brought to this country through the ports of Monrovia cannot be smuggled through the borders and carried to Sierra Leone. It is not for Sierra Leoneans. It is not for Ghanaians, neither is it for Guineans or Ivorians. So to solve all the matters, the guys at Bowater side, the guys at Logatuo, the guys at the Maryland entry point, when you see rice in trust being imported or exported out of Monrovia to Guinea or whatsoever, your fiduciary responsibility is to impound those vehicles and alert a higher authority that rice is being exported to Guinea or into Sierra Leone. And if those rice are brought back to those trucks are impounded and the guys who are smuggling the rice are arrested, they will tell you who are the smugglers. This is not just a function of the executive, meaning the president's office alone, no. The immigration, the police, the DEA, and that fire service that are assigned to the borders, you must ensure that this doesn't happen. How come we're hearing news all around the place that people became arrested in trust to Guinea and Sierra Leone and Ivory Coast? Because we're selling rice at $13. When you go to Sierra Leone at the money side, those Sierra Leone is involving huge money. This bag of rice we're selling here for $13.50. If you took that rice to Sierra Leone and carry it to the mine, it is sold there for $35 to $40. I'm speaking to you from informed sources. If it lands in Freetown, maybe it's over $20 or so. And why they come here to buy? So why you didn't sell you men who live from a country and come buy rice in Liberia? They get put there. They don't have a port. I mean seaport. Aren't they importing rice too? Is it that the tariffs on that rice so high that why they come from that country, they come buy rice and care about road? They do have ports there. But when the tariffs are high there and they cannot afford that, or people want to just make quick profit, instead of buying the rice for $21 or $22 in Sierra Leone, I can bring many bags and I come and add $5 to $6 on it, I get more profit. That's what's happening. More troubling is that just this afternoon, before I came on this video, just 20 minutes ago, there was a truck that got impounded at red light. They brought it back right now. Go on the Facebook, you see the video. The police is offloading that rice and they carrying it to the police and parking it there. And they will let the Minister of Commerce on this matter. This is not a play team, my people. Rice is a political commodity. But let me say to you, like parents, if you're not careful, these politicians who are critics of the government will want to use the rice crisis to cause confusion. And that's what's happening right now. That's what they want to do. Many people are of the conviction that what is happening now is a sabotage by people in the opposition. That's what many people will believe, because if rice is in the country in abundance, why will people want to hoard the rice and then they go and sell one cup of rice for $120? This is despicable. It is wickedness in the highest places. We cannot afford to go this way, my people. This thing is a serious matter. Let me come and just emphasize on some of the issues the government said and the government position on the rice issue. Let me come there. I will take the government position on the rice issue. Let me say welcome to you, my friend and brother, Austin Gonle. Austin Gonle is a religious listener to the Bumper Show. He is the Director of Research at the Forestry Development Authority. Austin Gonle, welcome. Then my friend and sister says, Nye Knuckles is watching from Kakata. She's listening as well. So the government said it has been committed to its regulated price of rice, and subsequently in September of 2021, this gone September, no, last year, September rather, the government of Liberia began a program to partially subsidize the hard costs associated with the importation of rice due to increase in freight and other global supply chain issues. And the government says over the last 2 fiscal years, it has set the import subsidy at US $5.5 million in a special 2021 budget and US $11 million in the current 2022 budget. Respectfully, to date, about $14 million has been given to importers. You hear that? So the government is not just saying supposedly and say I can't do anything about it. Government has been fighting to regulate the price to ensure the price remains stable. So up to this date, the government has put 11 million US dollars. Now, that's the money there, $11 million to subsidize the rice price so that it can go up, it can be short. That's how they've been doing. But before then, the importer to them say, just add $2 to the rest. So they can go through all the headache. But they didn't manage, but they still put money in the budget for that $11 million. You understand? $11 million. But one thing we should also understand here as Liberians is that there is a global problem that has permeated the world, that has affected the world to the extent that small countries like Liberia that cannot produce rice are being affected. Pakistan, for example, is an importer of rice or exporter of rice in many countries around Africa. China, for example. But these institutions, these countries rather, have political alignment in the crisis in Ukraine. As Ukraine resists Russia's invasion, there are other global powers that are giving support to Ukraine. But there are other global powers that are giving support to Russia. So take for example, China say I'm supporting Russia. Then Ukraine say, not Ukraine, but then Pakistan say I'm supporting Russia. But they know that the Liberian ally is America. So America is supporting Taiwan, for example. Where Nancy Pelosi went the other time, it was a serious problem. So America is a long-term traditional ally of the United States. And these global powers are giving support to Russia, know that Liberia is an ally to America. And they know America's support is to Ukraine. What they do diplomatically, sometimes they strangulate the countries that have alliance to these Western powers. Who knows what is happening? But those of us who are wise thinkers, who read between the lines, will see that the economy and analyze the situation that fits into the global politics, which is being said here right now. So maybe China and Pakistan, or maybe India, that gave us that rice. We say no. Those guys are American allies, so we can't send rice to them. But again, they place it on something. They're supposed to be dredged. Right? So they're saying that bigger vessels cannot land at the port because of XYZ. But the government has shown us that rest is sufficient in this country to stabilize the market. Why is the rest not available? Why are the retailers holding the rest, going to sell overnight to people for $45 or $50 per bag? Someone was saying to me that the Pablo rice now from America is being sold for $100. It becomes survival of the fittest. But what happens now is the wickedness associated with our people, some of our people who are using politics to deprive the people of what they need. And let me say this to you emphatically. Most of the guys who are using their politics to talk to importers of all the rest are the same people who want to come and govern this country. I heard yesterday was rumored that Alexander Cummings will have had a press conference today on the same rest issue. What will you want to say? Let me hear what you want to say. Is it Cummings aware that this is a global menace that is around the world? The other day in our next door neighbors, in Sierra Leone, there was a rioting going on there because things prices have gone up and the people could not bear any longer. But yet Liberia, as a result of what the strong support the government has given to the economy, there have been no rioting here because people who go to Sierra Leone and come out of Liberia, they say Liberia better than Sierra Leone. And you know that's true. Liberia is better than Sierra Leone. Why you want to make it appear that Sierra Leone is better than Liberia? Let me go further. Although there has been delays in the incoming consignments due to the vessel's restrictions resulting from the safe notice issued by the National Port Authority on August 10th, 2022, sufficient rice has been supplied to retailers to serve the general public. So if sufficient rice has been supplied to serve the public, why are those retailers hoarding the product? Because the president is a pragmatic human being. President Weah is very pragmatic. He loves his people, he loves his country. He came and said, even though when they say they're fire, they're smoke, they're fire, but I know there is enough rice in this country that can serve us from now to January. The importer said to us. So when Fuani brothers bring the rice, when the K&K bring the rice, or whatsoever bring the rice, they give it to the retailer because the retailers will go there and buy in bulk and bring it outside and supply the Grand G there. Maryland, Grand Crew, they supply everywhere, right? So they've been going to these importers, and the importers have been supplying them, but they've been carrying the rest of their places and hoarding the rest. Hoarding means they're not supplying it, they're storing it, they're keeping it. So they have been hoarding the rice. They are not giving it to the people who decide to have them. So when it stays there, when there's a scarcity, when the price goes up, scarcity means when you can't find it. It's difficult to see. If you can't find it, they get the price way up. They say they will sell for $13, we're not selling for $16. But the government too is concerned. President Weah is concerned. The Ministry of Commerce is concerned. The Minister of Commerce is concerned. The Minister of Information is concerned. Everybody is concerned. How some of our people misconstrue things in this country. If government agrees that they raise selling for 13.5, let's add 1.5 there to make it $15. There will be another public outcry in this country. Oh, government has connived with the importers to increase right price, and XYZ will complain. But as a result of what's happening in the global market, prices are going up. Fuel price has gone up. The people that are bringing the ship from London or from Pakistan to bring rice here, they are using fuel. Do you know that the fuel crisis is a big crisis right now? Russian oil are not being sold. There's a sanction on the oil. So the ship that bringing they're not using water. It's using how you call it, fuel. How many of us know in this country that plane fare has gone up? Plane fare has gone up. It's because jet fuel is expensive. It is the same Russia, America, and that of Ukraine that was giving us oil. I thought it was just the African region. Where you talk about Guinea-Bissau get oil, SYZ, Equatorial Guinea rather, get oil, SYZ. So those who have traveled in recent time, we know that living for you to go to America, you are paying to and fro, you're paying 1,007, 1,008. Right? I was leaving this country during the time of the crisis just started in Ukraine. I left Liberia to go into Asia to honor an invitation by world leaders about climate change and environmental degradation. What is posing on Liberia in terms of in the world, in terms of change, disaster risk management headed by the disaster risk agency in Liberia. For here to go to Asia, the management of this institution pay almost $3,500 to fly from Asia and come back. Under normal circumstances, when I got to Jakarta, which is the capital city of Indonesia, and I was asking the people, when I saw it, you would pay about $1,800, $1,900. Largest would be $2,000 to go to Indonesia and come back. Or we pay more than $3,000. You know why? It is because the oil crisis, the crisis in Ukraine and Russia has made oil prices go up. Even the ship that bring the rice from Pakistan or from China and from India to come here, they ship now buying the fuel more than what they were buying it. So my people, what I'm saying to people is that if you allow these politicians to play on you and make George Weah to be like a boogeyman to you, then they're not doing justice. You must be circumspect. You must be knowledgeable that these things will happen. You know, one thing I said, before Manaseli left, that Ministry of Commerce where we're not talking about price control SYC. Elsa Ade was there. Elsa Ade told us in this country that the Commerce Ministry cannot control price. Allah, you were here. That was a topical issue here. I was on OKFM. Me and the late Julie Miller, we were there discussing those issues. Topical issues. Why would the Minister of Commerce come and say they are unable to control price? You are the government at the time. You say we can't control price. So prices started going up astronomically. Very big. Everybody doing their own thing. Which also led to where it came and George Weah inherited it until prices now have been regulated. So the president said, I will not sit down here and allow the importers to carry the rest price of $15, $50, or $16. So the negotiating on all of this matter. So if the negotiation is going on and people say the president is no, Mr. President will not impose on the importers because they are the one bringing the rest. So they will have a negotiation. Let's do it this way. But mind you, there's something that Madam Sally said when she was president. Madam Sally said some things. 3 different times she said those words. I know at the time my friend and brother Abba Jaja was going to London as a minister councillor there at the London. In that honoring ceremony, when she gave her approbation for them to go, Madam Sally said, there are difficult times ahead. She predicted that. And the Minister of Foreign Affairs, what her office was. Another time again, she was commissioning some other government officials that were going to America and other places. She repeated the same thing, said, there are difficult times ahead. Madam Sally said those words. These were the difficult times that Madam Sally was talking about. These were the difficult times that Madam Sally was speaking of. We cannot bury our heads in the swamp like ostriches and say, we didn't hear those words. But what I'm trying to say to you, Liberians, we should not allow politics to take us away from the reality of what's happening around the world. Let me take a word from one of my sponsors. And when I come back, I will go to Chief Tamatila.
They have done it again.
What excitement! Share the good news now.
My picking tried to Cote d'Ivoire yesterday, and he still calling me on a number. He still pressing on it all.
Nothing makes me more relaxed than being able to work and stay connected without interruption, whether I am at home or away.
They have done it again.
More travels, more possibilities. With a just released roaming data bundle for travelers to Cote d'Ivoire and Guinea-Conakry, you can now stay connected on the go. Dial *535# to activate a plan ranging from $1 for 25 megabytes to $20 for 1 gigabyte. The new roaming data bundle, an offer for you,
brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
T-Brush, that you? Hey, good to hear from you, man. I'm surprised because most of you can't call your friend when you go to America.
Come on, man. I told you I'll make the difference, girl. By the way, I need to send you some cash, but heard that the banks are closed today in LIB.
You sleeping? La bro, come to another level. You can send your script to my phone.
Receive money from your family and friends in the U.S. directly into your Orange Money wallet. Yes, you heard me right. Tell your loved ones to download the BNB or Small World money transfer apps or visit their websites to begin transferring. Visit www.orange.com.lr for more information. Free for sender until 30th November.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
Hi there. Don't sell, buy, or build here. This is a wetland. Section 75 of the Environmental Protection and Management Law of Liberia says our wetland belongs to the government of Liberia. No one owns the wetland. So anyone who sells, buys, or builds in the wetland is doing so at his or her own risk, as the government can either break what you built down without notice and compensation, or fines the violator not more than 5,000 United States dollars or go to jail for not more than 2 years. So you hear? Do not, I say, do not buy wetland from no town chief, commissioner, city mayor, or any official to build. This message was brought to you by the Environmental Protection Agency through the Cross-Cutting Capacity Development Project in collaboration with the United Nations Development Program with funding from the Global Environment Facility, Jeff.
Hey, Abigail, you seem to be in a hurry.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm going to Blue Crest for taking a mission IT program for my brother and fashion designing programs for me.
Wow. Blue Crest is also running fashion designing programs?
Yes, James. Blue Crest is not only running programs in IT, but also in management, fashion design, and conducting employee capacity building training for organizations. Blue Crest is also running online programs for students who are living in other countries.
It sounds great. My friend is working in mining and he wants to attend a program in IT. I will call him to tell him how he can start his IT education from his own county.
Blue Crest is also running evening classes for working executives so that they can enhance their knowledge without leaving their jobs.
Abigail, I heard Blue Crest has 2 campuses now?
Yes, James. Blue Crest has 2 campuses now in Moroville. First campus is at Cinco, where Blue Crest is running diploma and certificate program in IT and in fashion designing. Blue Crest new campus is in Congotam, which is dedicated for undergraduate and graduate programs like BSc, IT, and BBA. Blue Crest is running courses like BSc IT, professional diploma in network engineering, software engineering, MS Office, and advanced Excel, database management, cloud computing, big data, certificates in Python programming, mobile app development, website designing, graphic designing, Cisco, CCNA, cyber security, ethical hacking, Tolle, QuickBook, and many more in IT. In management studies, Blue Crest is running BBA, professional diploma in digital marketing, certificate in project management, and many skill development programs. Blue Crest School of Fashion and Design, running professional diploma and certificate in fashion design, pattern making and garment, construction and boutique management. Blue Crest is also running vacation school programs in computers for children from grade 5 to 12.
Wow. Blue Crest is transforming education in Liberia.
Join Blue Crest today and secure your professional future. For more information, visit Blue Crest or call 0888 999 444 or 0700 496 011. Blue Crest Education for Life.
Hello, how much for your pilabo?
Hello, Tora, my pilabo, 200.
This is BC Radio 99.9. We'll come with some of those commercials later. This is ERBC way of eulogizing the late Paramount Chief Momo Taylor. He was interred today. When I went to Foya the other time, he said to me and Abby Way and say, I want to carry people to Silo. He said, come here in Foya and spend all the day. When I go to Silo, I sleep in Silo. And he invited us to his home in Silo. But then we never had the time to go there. And I remember my friend Isaac Charleston getting vexed with one of our uncles who are taking us in the vehicle because he failed to come and carry us there. The honorable former Paramount Chief Momo Taylor is dead. The people of Kissyland say hello to you. Never mind for the death of the old man. I will take time to play just few bouts of the interview we did with him, but that has been packaged for Face the Nation. Angela Paslot. Angela Paslot says she's watching us from Cinco Terre Street. Angela, how are you? Aries Solomon has joined us. Selah 49 has joined us. Where are they getting the rice? Are they paying to transport the rice from the Ivory Coast? He's asking somebody. Mackay Unifier said those criminal business people in Maryland County who normally buy their goods on Ivory Coast have been hiking the price of rice. Send the news from Monrovia. They are selling rice to the 2.5 kg bag now for 3,200 LD in Maryland. This is criminal, he says. Asekman said, Jallah, as you are saying what people will say, there's a shortage of rice and others have it, and those that usually sell to the consumers don't have it. For example, in Banga City. Oh yes, that's a fact you're saying there. But let me pause right here. I will pause there for a while. Let me pause for a while and attend to nature. I'll take a short break and come back, and I'll go to the issue of my uncle Momo Taylor. I hope that Anthony could just do me the best by just switching the camera. Let me say welcome to you, Abraham Pologo Madrid Setu. The men that watches us on the Doe community on the most about Bagube Avenue in on the Bujo Island. Some watch the entire team live from the headquarters of the Veteran Bureau on the most about Bagube Avenue in Doe community. Aries Solomon said, I'm watching from a moving vehicle on my way home. Welcome to the Bumper Show on ERBC Radio and other frequencies across the country. I informed you earlier that Mr. Bwaka Fofana, Deputy Minister of Information, Culture Affairs and Tourism, who is responsible for technical services, who have been here as my guest, It was agreed and sealed. But little Braga say he has some circumstances beyond his country, he cannot be here. So I have to do another monologue for another 1 hour. But this time I'll take a time to eulogize a man called Chief Mimosa Taylor, the audience son of former Paramount Chief Tamatilla. This was a hello, big brother Jallah. My name is Dave Nangwe from Sano County, Tajuan District. Thanks for the show. Maryland, Canal, Sano County, rather. That's the home of Sober George. And Tidi Fogajibro. Welcome back to the show on ERBC Radio. I will take a few minutes to talk about the old man, Momo Taylor, who died in Foya. Then I'll open the line for you on all of the issues we have discussed. While trying to eulogize him, I will call the statutory superintendent of the county, Clarence Sandy, while I look for the superintendent voice, not the superintendent, but I would talk about find time to look at his voice and interview me and Edwin to do with him. That will be aired on the show tomorrow. Face the Nation. It's a special edition of the Face the Nation. Clarence, how are you? Clarence, Sandy, how are you?
I'm okay, Jallah. How you doing today?
I'm sorry for taking you unaware. You are live on the nation's premier radio, ERBC Radio.
Oh, okay, that's wonderful.
Clarence, how is Foya faring right now after we received the death of the old man Momo Taylor in your district?
Well, besides Foya, Lufa is heavily hit. Foya is hugely bereaved. We just laid to rest the fallen hero, the paramount chief. And so we just in our various places trying to reflect on the 3 days as well as the 7 days.
But why was he buried so quickly? He died yesterday, he was buried today.
Well, he was a Muslim man.
Okay.
And their tradition requires as you die, 2 o'clock you be buried. And he died Sunday in the evening. The reason why they have to keep the body up to today, we consciously apologize to them. We requested that we needed to be there to watch our 40 hero being buried. And so for our respect, they have to honor what we requested, and they kept the body up to today because a lot of us were in Monrovia and we got early this morning.
Wow.
Unfortunately, the paramount of Foya was so dear to the chest of the president. And he acknowledged that they were friends, not only friends, but he was a father. Jallah, you are aware that it is only in Lofa, Foya, when the president was having a county tour, he accepted a gown to be worn by the president. That speaks of volume.
Yeah, my last interaction with him at his home there on Foya Bros, he said to me, Jallah, this house you see, the building here, is a new house being built for me. It's as a result of the president's visitation here, where Thomas Father is building this house on the instruction of the president, for me to be living in a kind of house. And I was there when you talk to Thomas Father, said, when you're putting tire in my house, don't put smooth tire there, put a rough tire because I'm old. Before I fall down, I can still remember those words.
Yeah, quite true. It's quite unfortunate he did not enter into his new home and he passed off.
Very beautiful home being built there for him. Yeah, for him.
Yeah, this is one of the biggest regrets bread.
Wow.
Because as I speak to you right now, tens of thousands of people gather from everywhere in the county, Sierra Leone, Guinea, are all here, ensuring that we've given him the fitting burial, ensuring that we'll have a successful 3 and 7 days. Subsequently, we all shall be here again for the 40 days.
How do you accommodate all of these individuals coming from Guinea and Sierra Leone, given the fact that you don't have many guest houses there, aside from the royal guest house that will not accommodate more than 25 people?
Jallah, you are aware that Thomas Father has an estate here, right?
I'm aware, 6 different buildings, very strong concrete buildings there, I know that.
And so all of us do different structure that we are accommodating our people. People voluntarily giving their houses because of this old mayor. So we have been able to accommodate almost all the people who are guests to us. And so we've been able to provide feeding for all of them, ensuring that all of them are intact.
All right, Clarence, I wish you all the best. I'm saying no more again to the people of Foya for the loss of this very illustrious son of the county who has just gone to the great beyond.
Thank you, Jallah. I would like to talk to you tomorrow to express some dissatisfaction on the side of some law because we would never even expect as such. But let's hold it up to tomorrow. We shall further discuss. Thank you so much.
All right. And I will talk to the superintendent himself, William Tamakamba, later. This man is a man who has the district seat. He is the statutory superintendent of the county of Foya. There he works. But the superintendent who is a vice-gerent of the president, I will try to speak to him later. Let me hear a bit of this interview with Oben Taylor. Of Freedom FM. Alright, so BC Radio and also screen on LNTV. In this special edition of Face the Nation, we feature the late Paramount Chief of Foya District, Chief Momosa Taylor. Chief Momosa Taylor passed away a few days ago. He was a son of the longest Paramount Chief in Foya District, the man who was also interim president of our country. His name was Chief Tamalami Taylor. Now, while in Foya, few months back, during the senatorial by-election that brought Joseph Jallah to the Senate, we had time to interact with him at his home. This is a special edition of the program with me and A.B. Gossenwell of Freedom FM. All right, so folks, viewers, and of course listeners, wherever you are, we are right here in Foya. And this is the town itself that carries this entire district. And so we are here in Lofa County. So we have come, you never come to just pass by without speaking with the elders. To ask them how their place, how it's led, how the history of this place is. So we have come to speak with one of the sons who's now a father. He used to be a boy here. His father was here. But now that the father is gone, he is now back in charge. I know the name, Taylor, name all over the place. The whole country knows what that name is. So when you come here now, you hear about another one here. Then we hear again, his son name is Momo. Momo Taylor. You see that again? The artist are there now. So, sir, is firstborn, right?
Yes, firstborn.
Okay. Wow. So that we are here with you in the Foya, and so we are happy coming here. But it was not easy reaching here.
Well, thank you very much. We're managing with the looking up to God. Because in Bremen, he didn't guarantee for 20 years to be condition. He had to be paid for 20 years.
The company that built it.
The company Bremen, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You see Bremen that built it, trying to all over.
Exactly. The film will that is system. One from my team, open the room. They are going on with their report that the road, they can't or the road is for 20 years. When you manage from it.
The build with quota?
Yeah.
The Roman road, it will build with quota or the
rough road.
Yeah, rough road.
Yeah, from the coma.
Oh, okay.
Rough road. When they guarantee, you know the way they put that one. But from down, I go be eating. They get guarantee for 20 years. You would have 20 years, at least you be paid or whatsoever it's going to be.
Wow.
So after the 20 years, they come back.
After the 20 years, now with 1980 when they come out again. 1981, Roosters was not on this time. On the repairing now. If you like to ask where you got here, you back to where you got here. come to praying God for that week to make it come so that happen. So the law we are praying God that the government that can come in and need to come to our aid. Because look for the only road that we have.
The only road.
That's the only road.
If you want even.
And let me tell you, when they pay the law from Banga to medical man, for your people they can't come. Yeah, yes, I don't yes. If you go this way, that's 6 months, you enter Sardin. Okay, if you go this way, that 9 months, you enter Sardin. If you go some way, that 3 months, you enter Guinea. Because that river between Oboyano River.
Yeah, we went to Menicoma yesterday, we saw it.
So that made the Menicoma too.
Yeah.
How are you looking to in the matter? Because I say, yeah, who was a Banga Menicoma highway where our money is to kind of buy it. When you lap at it, I just want this to have.
Yes, so the father Menicoma enter Sardin. And Quendu right there. You see, from Menicoma to go to Quendu, that's 7 months, you enter Quendu. But Quendu is not like before. After the war and everything now, because Fred Queen should be there. But when the war enter, they scatter them.
So that it was for me to come and that.
Quendu, yeah. Quendu. Menicoma is our side.
Yeah, I know.
Because
when you're all in millionaire, the finish.
Okay. So we are praying God.
So what was the reason for which Topman decided to say, we're taking from Banga to Menicoma? Now, you talk about Lofa County. I always hear about people say Lofa that the bread basket. They say you people, anything that had to do with food business that Lofa people will used to depend on. Why they used to think like that? Why?
Because the production of the Lofa forest, we don't have, So when the Topo take over, then you put a platform, you can put that in for and so, you see, we're not the money they give you, but he will show you how to work in the soil and get something. Okay. During that time, we saw coffee and cocoa, but the Bali people also the price. Oh, but after Topo take over, they connect regular with war market. They are put the price went high. So you should get one paper coffee will be out. So everybody jump in the booth. So you make one place, you say, we don't have fraud. And because the product came in here. Now the time he went to Liberia and they give him money. The block company to go happy people. Okay. We want to have the farm, 1973, we put rice, we call machine have it on the body and Roma always will come and have it now. Whosoever have it carry. Then 1974, we replanted on the island. The people cry and say, okay, then last one, send the upline, okay, we have cultivated 2 times. All happy say, okay, or something outside Babu. Not go to take the soil about plant oil. They will start eating from the oil farm again. And that's swamp here. And can you pour here at that time? So sometimes swamp, we cultivated 3 times a year. Yeah, 3 times a year.
Oh yes, I just a teaser of the Chief Momo Taylor of Foya District who died yesterday, Paramount Chief of the district. I just brought as a teaser, but this will be on Face the Nation tomorrow on Wednesday. It's a special edition of Face the Nation. But again, the Lord gave it. He called his son back home and said, you are welcome to come back home. You got to come back home and serve me as well. But the President, His Excellency, Ambassador Dr. George Weah, has sent a condolence message as a result of the death of Momo Taylor. Let me read the message. I will come and take the last batch of our sponsor messages, then I open the line for you. There are people all over. I will open one special line for you to call and eulogize your former Paramount Chief. If time goes well, I will take time to talk to my bluffer Papi. I can say my bluffer Papi can be laughing. The superintendent of the county of Lofa. I will talk to him. And it says, the President of Liberia, His Excellency Dr. George Weah, has expressed sadness over the news of the passing of Chief Momo Taylor, the influential Paramount Chief of Foya Lofa County, who is a descendant of the legendary Chief Tama Taylor. Chief Momo Taylor was a reverend elder and a statesman whose death has been received with much grief in his hometown of Foya and across Lofa County. The Liberian leader has described the fallen chief as a strong pillar of Liberia's tradition and heritage. He said Chief Taylor was instrumental in the maintenance of peace and harmony amongst Lofa's various ethnic groups and religions. His passing is a huge loss not just for Lofa but the entire nation, President George Weah noted. We are called on the bereaved family as well as sons and daughters of Lofa to take solace in the Lord. That was a message, a condolence message from President George Weah. While I try to play this jingle from one of our sponsors, I'll be connecting.
I can pay using mobile money.
Oh yeah, no problem.
1 minute, let me take my phone.
Che, fuck out you. That bonding for you using with rubber band on it and all. See, oh, madam, me, I get my smartphone. It can do everything. I can Facebook, WhatsApp, Coco. I can use mobile money and all.
But I get different phone for all I want now.
My child, don't get you say hard time. Try that selling boy, man.
Drop that selling bear. Upgrade to a smartphone or Lone Star Cell MTN network and get double data every time you buy a bundle for the next 3 months. Only on MTN. Data that live here.
MTN.
Boy, you don't do your own assignment? Only 20 minutes that I'm in class now.
Doggy, I forget about it. I party was too late for me to rub it for assignment penny.
You don't forget? You were for ball.
I mean, put your mouth on and let Google solve my problem.
Brother, you know me now. Ever ready. My pocket can go Mava from Lone Star right here.
I beg you, but put it on. I only get 5 minutes.
Don't finish my data out.
Hey, my dad. Thank you, but the pocket can go Mava super.
Leave me. Go get one from Lone Star office. You charity leader. Like only 34 hours now, nonsense.
It's the Lone Star Cell MTN 4G packets and go Mafa for me. Take your internet with you anywhere and anytime. Visit any of our offices today to get yours for just $34.99.
Lone Star Cell MTN. Everywhere you go.
Lone Star Cell MTN, anywhere you go. Let me say welcome to you, Peter Lynn Peters. Peter Lynn Peters is a religious follower of the Bumper Show on ELBC Radio. She says, I'm following you from a proper corner in Congo Town. Thanks for the show, my favorite journalist. Joseph Cummins Jr. says, shortage and inflation are two different things. Moses KB Bete, keep up the good work following live from Banga City, Bon County. Zoe Wenskinat Boudoir. Good afternoon, Jallah. I'm watching you live from VOA Community, RA Highway. Thanks for the show. Why Emmanuel Kroman, Emmanuel Camo says, I'm watching from Carisburg City. And ever win, Jallah, why is the same rights issue not happening in neighboring countries? All right, so I will go now and endeavor to talk to the superintendent of Lofa County. He's the last bus stop. Then I'll open a line for you for 35 minutes with a special line open for the people of Lofa, where my other uncle Lauren Bobo is. Lofa superintendent, where are you? Let me try to get this Lofa song again. And usually the Bumper Show is relayed on Radio Kintoma and Radio DMP Law in Lofa County. It seemed I can get a superintendent. Welcome to the Bumper Show on ELBC Radio and other frequencies across the country. Just in a few minutes' time, we'll open the line for you. Let me announce the number for you. Currently. The numbers are 080514096. 080514096 is one of the numbers. The next number is 0776 680373. 0776 680373. If I announce another number, will be later but not now. And this number 0776 680373 is dedicated to Lofians who are in Lofa, who want to call and eulogize their fallen paramount chief. Let me take the first line from this line, the regular line. Hello, welcome. Good afternoon. How are you? Where do you come from?
I'm calling from Bangalore. This is Musa Kane.
Musa Kane, let's hear you, my brother.
I get to all you have, everything is very cool. Yeah, all the people who are very happy. I want them to become well. This is where I get the guys to deal with it. They look like this is not a woman. Yes, sir, I'm glad to get you patient. You will be doing all.
All right. Thank you so much, yeah? Thank you so much. Let me take this call. Apparently, a citizen of Lofa wants to make an import. Hello, welcome. How are you? Oh, you are in Santa Coli, but you are kissing me and living in Santa Coli, right? Yeah. My friend and brother, Prince A. Moloba, is also there. Welcome. Let's hear you, my brother.
And I pray to God that all the family that are there, pray that they should take care of themselves, and God should be with every one of them.
Okay.
So sad. When I'm sitting there now, I'm very, very sad today.
Thank you so very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so very kindly. Let me take this caller from here quickly. Hello, welcome. You on the Bumper Show. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good afternoon, Jallah. You might be there.
Good afternoon. Welcome. Is that Mercy Tamba?
Yes, we are thanking for the recognition for the public. This is my sister, my mom, the Intellectual Alliance.
Oh, you left more power now? You going to Intellectual Alliance?
Oh, Jallah, no, sir.
Let's hear you. You have 30 seconds to make your point.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity, Jallah. I just want to make my point on this issue. Jallah, just imagine is a happy news because our people invested one car who was giving to sell it for $30 a year. He invested the car now, he's selling the rest $50, which is $2,250 now.
Where now you mean? The window community there? That's zone around the road there. They cut the car.
Yeah, the car is parking now. The officer, police selling the rest for $50 to the people.
And so who the money will go to the police selling the rest? And the owner the owner was in the car.
Yeah, they were carrying the rest after the police intervened. The man who said was carrying the rest. So he thought that he said selling the rest for $30 US. So he arrested the car now. The people selling the rest for $50 now. People are at least getting a rest. And he is a happy news. Yeah, thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, Mercy, for that information. And these are things the police be doing. Hello, welcome. You live on a Bumper Show. You are in the noise, my friend. You gotta leave the noise. You are in the noise. Please leave the noise. Hello. You can't continue this way. You are in the noise, my friend. Leave the noise. No, I can't continue with you. You are in the noise. Leave the noise. In that much, I want to take your call. You can't be in the noise and be talking to me like that. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. Good evening, sir.
Okay, this is your uncle
S. Lauren Bobo from Foya District. Hey, S. Lauren Bobo. I know you guys are crying down there for the women their business. Oh.
It's very, very bad to us because we, the young people that come in politics, when we see the women just lost in our business, we don't know what to do. But through your captain and all of military, you're giving to us, at least tell me you're giving almost balance. And we believe that whatever you're doing, and we're not going to give up. Until we see from you guys to say, don't give up.
Okay.
Okay, let me just go straight to the topic because like the old man, even 2 days ago when they were playing the recording, the very night he died, I tried to call you. But Jallah, why we believe the old man, he told one thing. Is that if government comes, there's a government of the day, we need to go by. So you think, Jallah, because of our grandfather laws in our physical world, give up, we will not. Because of President William, the father, other people today, but we are doing that in the government, what they're doing, we need to stand by you guys. The only thing we need a counseling room for you guys to be given all special time so that we can discuss the women for time in 10 minutes. Because the reason that is simple, a lot of people are telling us the women are gone, then we'll be getting you one by one. But we believe they are not gone. We believe that once family God will stand by all and this thing that we feeling will get away and they'll be account ashamed. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I will try to place a call to the man called Thomas Pangai Fala, a prominent son of Foya district, to see what he has to say. If he picks a call, hello, welcome you live on the Bumper Show.
Yeah, good evening, Jallah.
Good evening, how are you?
Thank God. My name is Evelyn Daman. I'm calling for the Point Johnson Grayfield.
All right, that's my role. Welcome to the Bumper Show.
Jallah, I want to commend the government, now the president, through the Ministry of Commerce, for coming up with information to the public as to how the regulation is going on. Jallah, one thing I want to say, I want to bring the air of the job place to the river bonus. I don't know what they will say in the food and the rent is our stable food. They were laugh of food to take truck. And I think we've been there, I think 2-3 years now, Jallah, that the truck can come from Guinea, for Aripo, for Sierra Leone, to get it like the people can buy the rest of that people. You know, the rent of stable food, you can say other commodity, but it's not right. You know that we're not producing rent on the very last few. So when a lot of people take rest for a country, and they carry it, so I bring them for that. And secondly, the president, after this place on the Jallah, has noticed a plan for rent our partners. But as everybody here, everybody you want to advocate is not because of that each country and to play something.
Yeah, and I agree with you. We need to prioritize our own agricultural sector. If you know, I agree, and the government is thinking that way because that's why the government is infusing a lot of money to send scholarship students abroad to go and then get new skills to come back, and that is part of the government plan.
Yeah, so the students are very from BWI and that's the university that use it now. The short term for get over with the government. My theory is the day version of let's say you China or India something like what you know us. So when we're taking a different position, so there's a that position and food the
All right, thank you. You made your point. You made your point. Thanks a lot. Let me to the next caller. Hello, welcome. Are you calling from Lofa County? There's a line for Lofians.
Hello, Nathan, where is my name?
And where are you calling from, Nathan? We are.
I'm calling from Sano County.
I will give you a exception because you are from Sunday, you are from far away. Can they go? Let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, I want to say sorry to the Lofian people. Come when you have in Lofa, you have in Sano. So I want to say sorry to the Panama State or the Panama State.
Okay. Thank you so very kindly for that. Let me take another caller from this Lone Star line. Hello, welcome you live on the Bumper Show.
Yes, sir. Jallah, I'm Azekanga calling you from Kanga French community, sir.
Azekanga, welcome you very live on the Bumper Show.
Thank you ever so much. Jallah, I follow you and all that you've been saying. I came from work and I just lined and following you. But Jallah, you said something. And when I heard you telling us that as a Liberian, we shouldn't allow for politicians to carry on the place that we don't want them to go. Yes, it is true something you said. But Jallah, I am telling you that the president elected to be for us as a fighter. Two things I will tell you today. Believe this. Our father came and then we listened to him to hear something good, but something that made me to feel bad. It was the noise about the rent increasement, prices increasement. It is not in the market. That is just a play. Not that you, as a father, you come from somewhere, entering your home, any information you get, please put it on your docket.
Okay, but let me interject right now. Yeah, you know the president spoke because he said to you that he was assured by importers of rice. When he toured the warehouses of Fuani and other places, he was assured by these people that there was enough rice in the country that would carry us up to next year. But to his greatest surprise, he comes to the country and then he's being told that rice scarcity is in the country. So I think the president spoke because he was assured because these are the guys who bring the rice. But again, the bulk of the blame goes to the retailers who are not tracking the rice to Guinea and Sierra Leone because the prices there are too high. That's going to be one of the reasons why it happened that way. But again, I can't hold you responsible for what you are saying concerning what the president said.
What I'm saying is that as a father, he makes sure for what he has already said, he goes to it and then people will bring the inflation according as the future scarcity of rice.
All right, sir. Thank you, my brother. Thank you so very kindly, brother. Your points are noted. Your points are noted.
Maria, you say you want to marry me. Yeah. Don't frustrate me, baby. You know I love you. Maria, baby. Maria, baby.
I have to take a water break.
Maria, baby.
Where's the man David Gallagher? We said, I cannot get a bottle of water now. It's not easy to talk for 2 hours. It's not easy. But that's the job we chose to do now. I get degrees in talking. I get degrees in writing. What they got a comedian? How are you? Where are you calling from, my friend? I don't know where you want to weigh into the program. But my friend David Safa Massaquoi, Manzin and Son says he's following us, along with the man J. Eber Harris. They're driving their own wheels on Cinco de Pinzel. And they said, our condolences to the productive and peaceful people of Lofa County. The man from Violent, but he speaks Loman very, very, very fluently. The man basically he lost a mother in the United States of America. Her remains have been brought to the country. This is Maria. I'm taking it as a break as Anthony Williams brings me water to drain. David Safa Massaquoi and J. Eber Harris. I shouldn't finish the enjoyment for me. Oh. David, you know that thing out there? Please go to the new friend again. That same thing that day, go to your 11 friend and get some juice for me. Maria says she wants to marry me. Then I asked her, Maria, what do you have? Oh yes, nothing. Where were you? Somebody took Maria from you? Oh, let me go back to the line and talk to some callers again as I wait my young brother to bring me water. Hello, welcome you live on the Bumper Show. Hello, welcome. You sound like a female. Hey, my son Kale, my sister, how are you this day? Oh, I'm so sorry for that. Wow, thank God for your life, man. That motorbike accident? I know y'all the women there that motorbike been too much. Sorry, yeah? The paramount chief, yeah.
Thank you for having me.
All right, let me take this Lofa on the line. Hello, welcome. Are you calling from Lofa? What's your name? Where do you call from? You are live. Go ahead. Let's hear you now. Yes? You calling from where? You are calling from Sino County. But my man, you're land too bad, oh. But I discuss two things. One is about the rest issue, the statement released by the government, and that of the issue from Lofa County. So there are just two things. So I don't think they are wrong in their assertions about the rise, because that was on my plate as well. All right, your points are noted. Thanks, but your line is terrible. I can't continue with you. Thanks so very kindly, my brother Fasano. Hello, welcome. Let's say quickly you on the bumper show. Hello, you are female, right?
Yeah.
What is your name? Let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, my name is I'm calling from Bangladesh.
Musu Freeman?
Quali.
Oh, Musu Kwali Kumanina. Ah, yeah, yeah, Babalo.
Yeah, Jallah, thank you for the show. You see, yeah, I just want to talk about the rest business.
Okay.
Because most of the business people, I'm not ready to what happening to like rent. You display a business, then you allow opposition to control you, to suffer your own people. Can you imagine? They put out rent in their shop. But so long they had that business, they so
Oh, they have meeting? Okay. All right, man, Collie. Madam Collie, thanks a lot for your input. I know how frustrated you are. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you quickly. Yes, sir. Welcome. Is that Aaron Zane? Oh, you calling from Plebo, Sullivan District? Oh, for the New Jerusalem. Let's hear you quickly as I take a call from Lufa County. Mm-hmm. Okay. Hold the line. Mm-hmm. So the take me hold the line. Yeah, you said you listen to Kumis on the line from where? Okay, I have not followed that press conference because I was getting prepared to come on the air. No, I'm not discussing. I'll discuss that one later. Let's not discuss what is not on my plate right now. Right now, I'm talking about the devils of the paramount chief and that of the rise issue. Thank you. Okay, thank you so very kindly. Let me talk to one of the political leaders of Lofa County, former Senator Tengbe, who is a son of Foya district. I know they say grieving the death of Omen Momotila. Honorable Senator, welcome to the Bumper Show.
Thank you very much, Mr. Grayfield in Lofa County. I was saying nephew. Good evening.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you. You know, it just again brought tears to my eyes when you play that clip.
Oh yeah, I think you were there that day when we had our interview. Yeah.
I was there for the show, and it was really shocking because the woman and myself talked like 2 days when I heard about his demise. I knew I was surprised.
Wow.
And, you know,
death is inevitable. It's respect of no man.
Definitely, death is inevitable, but we can't question God because I know the role this woman play in my own personal life. Even when I became a senator, before I ascended in that position as a senator, I know the role he played. And when I was the senator, I know the kind of relationship that was between this woman and myself. And definitely, every time we need them to check on each other. So when I heard about his death, I couldn't get over it. But you know, unfortunately, I couldn't make it because I'm under the weather. But I managed to have gone to see Honorable Thomas Fala, Chairman Moba Molu, and the other people up to